Hey everyone, welcome to the second Overcharged Plasma Gaming Battle Report. This time coming to you via Tabletop Simulator, as we can't currently get together for a game because of all the coronavirus stuff. We're welcoming Gavin back.
Hey everyone.
who's happy being a guinea pig again. And he's rocking his Space Wolf this time because he got his book. And now he's ready to kick my ass this time. And I'm rocking the Eldar, so there's still some Xenos stuff in this, and it's not just Imperium versus Imperium. So yeah, hopefully this will still be a high quality battle report and you'll enjoy this, and let us know if any feedback as you watch it, comment below, and because we may be doing this for quite a while, it turns out.
Yeah,
so,
well.
Gavin, how do you feel about the Space Wolves buffs that you got in Saga of the Beast?
So on the whole, they're decent. They're not. I'm just gonna throw it out there. They're not Iron Hands broken. Like they are strong, but they mainly only got a little bit of buff here and there.
Yeah.
And obviously, most of their effects come in from turn 3 onwards when they actually get their bonus ability, which is every time you roll a 6 to hit, you get an extra attack, you get an extra hit, which is really good when you're running something like a unit of Blood Claws, which chuck out a bazillion attacks in combat.
Yeah. And also your character, Ragnar, is not too bad, is he?
Ragnar is amazing, and I really want to showcase what he can do today, but whether or not you'll allow me to do that, because he'll probably be priority target number 1.
Well, I don't have any snipers. I'm not Raven Guard this time.
That's true.
But who knows? Maybe we can have a Drazar Ragnar fight off.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so what's your favorite things from the book? Like, what's your favorite buffs? Is there any new stratagems you get? I haven't actually looked at it yet.
My favorite stratagem so far, my favorite stratagem so far is the 0 CP every time you kill a character you get 1 CP back stratagem.
That is so
which is amazing, but that's obviously dependent on you killing characters.
Yeah.
My favorite stratagem otherwise though is the one which is 1 CP when you attack with the character in the fight phase, and on a 4-up, you get an additional hit. So it's basically explosions on 4s, and that at the moment, because there's no FAQ out, that stacks with the 6-up explosion from just being a regular Space Wolf in the combat doctrine.
So you're getting explosion 6s and 4s.
Yeah, so Ragnar gets something like average of 18 hits on the charge with that stratagem.
And are they extra hits or extra hit rolls?
No, they're extra hits.
So you just have to roll for those. So if you got a Thunder Hammer or something,
yeah, it
gives you negative. Damn, that is good. Well, yeah. So so what we're doing today is we're doing ITC mission 5. Which is Precious Cargo.
Yep.
So you can see that we start with 5 objectives on the board. 1 in the middle, 4 in each corner, 12 inches up, 18 inches in. We rolled off for Attacker Defender. I chose to go first this time because I've got a lot of shooting, and if I can pop an Impulsor or 2 in first turn, that could be really clutch. Basically opening up the tin cans.
You've got the shooting to be able to do it, so I expect you should be able to manage it.
Yeah, especially with Linked Fire, that lovely stratagem, 1 CP, brokenness. But yeah, so we're doing. So I chose to go first. Gavin rolled off 2 dice. He rolled a 2 and a 3 for his deployment rolls. After rolling a 3, after rolling 2 3s 4 times, something like that. And so he chose Dawn of War because he wants to be as close to me as possible. I'm assuming anyway.
The other one was Table Quarters, so I could have chosen that one, which gets me a little bit closer, but the terrain isn't quite as favourable for me if I do that. So
this way you get a bit more cover options, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go first and deploy first, and then Gavin can counter deploy. But before we go into deployment, we're going to go through the armies. So Gavin, why don't you tell us about your space wolves?
So
And I'll
I
zoom
am
in.
running a double detachment army here. Double battalion detachment, sorry.
Mhm.
I am running. It's all mono space wolves, so I can get access to the combat doctrines
Yeah.
and try out all the good space wolf goodness. So as my HQ options, I have Ragnar,
Yeah.
who is just stock. He doesn't get any upgrades or anything, but he's really good as is, and he's now Primaris, so he gets an extra wound and all
And attack.
goodness. Yep.
Yep.
So he's good fun. Then I have Jump Pack Wolflord,
Yep.
who is my Warlord. He has the Warlord trait Saga off the Wolfkin for an extra attack.
Mhm.
And also, once he kills 5 units in the fight phase, that goes out to an aura bubble of. He's just running a Thunderhammer and Storm Shield as per usual with Smash Captains. So.
Yep. And he has an info, yeah.
Yeah, because invons are so good.
Yeah.
I then have a second Wolflord, who is running my relic, my first relic, because I paid CP for a second one, off the Wolf and Stone, which gives a +1 attack or within 3 inches of them to friendly infantry units.
Mhm.
I then have a Wolfguard Battle Leader.
Who's like a lieutenant, right?
Yeah, so the Wolf Lords get to reroll hit rolls of 1. The Wolfguard Battle Leader gets to reroll wind rolls.
Which is really good because it just multiplies your force out massively.
Yeah, he's also 1 wound less than the Wolf Lords, so he's a little bit squishier.
He also hits on 3s rather than 2s in nature, doesn't he?
Yeah, so he's not quite as good, but he's still...
He's cheaper and he brings a different buff.
Yeah. And I spent a CP to give him the second relic, which is Armor of Ross.
Yep.
Which is a 4-up invuln save, which won't help him at all. But it also gives him the ability that if he is within an inch of an enemy unit in the start of the fight phase, he can basically tell them that they're fighting last.
Yep.
Which means that I can basically null set units that I don't want fighting until I basically try and kill.
Cool.
I then am trying out the Spatials now have access to Litanies.
Yeah.
So I'm trying out a Primaris Wolf Priest.
Who's on the long size base.
Yeah, he's a little bit small, but I can edit him up so he's a little bit bigger if you want, Chris.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
And I'm also running just a regular Jump Pack Wolf Priest who has a Power Fist. They both have access to the new Space Wolf Litany, which is +1. You pick a unit, and basically they get +1 damage versus vehicles.
Yep.
And they're also running the Canticle of Hate, which is the +2 to charge and charge rolls.
Yep.
Which will be really good for my jump pack stuff.
Nice.
Going on.
So those are your 6 characters.
Yeah, those are my 6 HQ options.
Yep.
Moving on, I then have my troops options, which are made up of 1 unit of Blood Claws. So there's 8 Blood Claws, including, and then they're led by a Wolfguard Terminator, who's running a Thunderhammer and Shield to get a little bit of a better save against them if they're getting a bit of.
If you're getting tickled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, just to kind of keep the other guys alive for a little bit longer.
It's basically buying some protection for the rest of the squad.
Exactly. Also, he gives them access to... Blood Claws have a rule, which is if they can make a charge, they have to declare a charge every turn.
Which is dangerous when you're coming into fire prisms and night spinners.
So the Wolfguard basically keeps them a little bit more grounded and a bit more controllable.
Yep.
I then have, in the same battalion, 2 units of Incursors. 2 units of 5 Incursors. They're just stock, but I've found in previous games using them, they're really good against Xenos units.
We had a practice game, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a practice game where I was running Blood Angels against your Eldar, and the Incursors basically decided, oh look, Rangers, let's eliminate them with no issues.
Yeah, I had 6 units of Rangers, and 2 Incursion units just wiped them out without breaking a sweat.
It was horrible, and I've kind of fallen a little bit in love with them.
Yeah. So what they do, just to cover for people who might not know, they ignore cover. They
ignore cover.
They always hit on trees.
Yeah, they never suffer any hit modifiers, so I can't buff them with hit modifiers either.
Yeah.
So they're basically always hitting on 3s, but they also ignore cover.
And in combat, they're tasty.
Yeah, when they're in tactical doctrine, they're AP -1 with their guns as well, which just adds to their nastiness.
Yeah, and they also get a native 6-up extra hit roll in combat. So
in Space Wolves, every 6 I roll with them is 3 hits instead of 1.
It's crazy. Alright, so you got 10 of them, 2 cost of 5.
Yep, I then have 3 units of 5 intercessors as well.
Yep.
I have spent the CP to make them all veteran intercessors for extra attacks on them.
Wow.
Yeah, and their leaders, the 3 sergeants, are all running Thunderhammers. And I'm going to say just now that my plan with them is that if the squads die and the sergeants are left alive, Space Wolves have the Lone Wolf stratagem to turn single models left from units into characters. They gain +2 wounds and can reroll all hits and wounds. So basically, it'll turn them into mini Smash Captains, but without an invuln save.
So, ow is the answer to that.
Yeah. So +1 attack, plus all of the buffs the Space Wolves normally get. It could be disgusting if they start munching through stuff.
Yeah, I already hate this list.
Yeah.
Alright, so you have 3 of those.
So I've got 3 units of those. I then have, on the other side, 10... It's got Vanguard Vets on here, but they're Wolfguard.
Yeah.
All with Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, and Jump Packs as my Deep Strike Eliminate units, which should be good fun for me to use.
Yeah, it's really good fun.
Yeah. And then at the back, just to kind of keep everything in protection, I have 3 Impulsors. They're just kind of stock with Storm Bolters, but they have Shield Domes to give them a 4-up invuln save.
So they have Shield Domes, not the twin gun on top.
Yeah, unfortunately the models I could get is just the standard model.
We are limited
it's better
to
than
what models.
Using repulsors for so.
Yeah, we are limited to what models we can get via mods for this game, but it's better because we don't have to pay like £30 per impulsor.
Yeah. And it's also why I've got such a mix of different colours of units in my army, because unfortunately there's not many Space Wolf mods on this thing.
You had to shop around, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to shop around, so I've got some Carcharodon models in here, some Bloodclaws, some White Scars, some random Impulsor colours, things.
So, one little question for you, Gavin. Why are Thunderhammers so good in Space Wolves?
Because Space Wolves, when they charge, are charged or Hurricane Intervene, get +1 to hit rolls. So they're just hitting on their native weapon skill with Thunderhammers.
Yeah,
and
which is disgusting.
Based on how many attacks Space Wolves get, whatever they're attacking is dead for.
Yep. I mean, if one of your Intercessor Sergeants looks at a Wave Serpent or a Night Spinner, it's just not going to be there next turn. At -4 and everything.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 10, 14, 15. I've got 16 guys that I can basically 17 if you include the Terminator. 17 guys I'll just look at vehicles and just go, no, there's no vehicle there anymore.
Fun. Well, thanks for the army preview. Just to recap Gavin's pre-game spend, we got a little card for it over here.
Yep. So I spent 1 CP for the Armor of Rust from Relics of the Fang, and then I spent 3 CP for Veterans. So start on 13 CP, and I'm down to...
Fun. So we'll come over and do my army preview. We'll start off with the Dark Eldar component. So I've got 3 units of Cavalite Warriors, just stock as they come. So like, just splinter rifles and everything, and an Archon with stock, so Venom, Blade, and Cinder Pistol, Drazar, and 3 stock Vipers with their underslung twin splinter rifles. So that's.
You mean Venoms?
Did I say Vipers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Venoms. Vipers are something very different.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So basically, the idea is that the Cabalites dump in the Venoms, go off, score some early game board control points, and then they will die probably.
Well, they'll be very, very annoying because Venoms are actually really hard to kill aside from being in combat with them.
Yeah.
Because they have a -1 to hit with shooting and they've got a 4 up invuln save. They're a bit nasty.
Oh yeah, they are ridiculously annoying to take down. So I don't think I put any special weapons on the Sybarites. No, they're just everything is splinter rifles. So just a lot of poison shots. Poison is really good because I'm always wounding on 4s. It is AP 0, but when you're attacking things like Wolfguard, who've got 1 wound each anyway, it can kill off 2 or 3 models between the 15 squads, the 15 men. So that's quite good. And Drazar is a little blender. So he's nasty. He gets 4 attacks base, but he can get 2 additional attacks from his weapon as well, and then he gets +1 to wound from himself. He's got 5 up invulnerable save as well, and also he can on a 6 to wound, which is unmodified, so the +1 doesn't affect it. On 6 to wound, he adds 2 to the damage characteristics, so he can be damage 4 and 6s, which can take up characters by themselves. He also fights twice like a Berserker does during the charge phase when he charges in. So you can blend 2 things by himself before you get even hit him back. And cause I believe that happens in the charge phase, before the fight phase, Armor Rust would not stop him.
I can't remember exactly what the wording is for Armor Rust, but it might be able to stop it.
Yeah, I might be entirely wrong with that, but if it comes up, we'll double check before we commit to anything. As we are a competitive channel, we always double check the rules. Gavin, don't we?
Yeah, always check the rules. Sorry everyone for the last bat rep.
You're just known for that now. So moving over to the second battalion we have, which is a custom craft world.
What is the Cabal that you've got for that, and what does that do?
It's the Cabal of the Back Heart, which means the Dark Eldar kind of power through pain thing. Each turn they get a different bonus, which stacks. Cabal of the Back Heart counts as 1 level higher. Which I can straight off the bat. Just let me look at my battle scribe here. Straight off the bat, everything has a reroll. Has a rerollable advanced. Reroll any dice when advanced or charge. Yeah. So straight off the bat, which is huge.
That gets you access to a stratagem as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. So the other thing, the cool thing it does is that normally the vehicles don't get access to the power through pain, but Cabal the Back Heart gives the Venom 6 up funeral pain as well, which is the level 1 of power through pain.
Yeah.
But the other thing is Gavin was hinting at is I have access to Agents of Vec. It is a 4 CP stratagem, which is very expensive, but I can just stop Gavin from using a stratagem.
We do need to roll for it.
We do need to roll for it. So on a 1, nothing happens. And I just lose.
I get my CP back.
Yeah. So I always spend my CP. So on a 1, I just spend 4 CP for nothing. On a 2 to 5, it stops the stratagem, but Gavin gets his CP back. On a 6, the stratagem is stopped and he spends his CP. Yeah. Which could be huge for like a fight twice Space Marine stratagem.
Yeah, so my 3 CP fight twice could be vected, and I'm maybe suffering from like a counter strike that he has because I'm not being able to kill what I was. Yeah, so maybe that will come into play, maybe it won't. It's probably only things like the fight twice is worth vecting in this game. Yeah, it's probably, or that stratagem that I was talking about earlier for the fours explode on certain.
Yeah. If it saves like a night spin or something, it could be worth it. But importantly, I have to have one of these guys on the board, I think. to get Vect.
You need to have one of them on the board.
So that's why the Archon is just going to hide in the back all game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So moving over to the second battalion, it's Custom Craft World. We have Hail of Doom, which is basically when I'm within 12 inches range, all my shuriken weaponry, which is all my shooting in this attachment, gets AP -1.
Oh, that's nice.
That doesn't affect the 6 up shuriken, so on shuriken, a 6 up to wound, I think it is. Yeah.
Is AP4.
Is AP3. It does not make it AP4.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't cut through his armor straight away, but AP3 is plenty. You know, that's fine. The other thing they have is Masterful Shots, which means you don't get cover. Sorry.
Nice.
I'm Imperial Fists.
That'll be fun for.
Yeah, which is really good for getting from a 2-up save to a 3-up save.
Yeah.
So in the
And then
station,
with the AP1 to 4-ups.
yeah. So in the station we have a Farseer, who's got my free relic, which is Valtro's Wing, which is basically just a jump pack. It's a 12-inch move now. It's quite good for just jumping around the battlefield, and also they can fly. So that's the Farseer. That is this person here, who's got a Witchblade and a pistol. They're also going to know Doom, Fortune, and Smite. So Doom, basically, I cast it on a 7. I pick a unit within 24 inches, one of Gavin's units, and I can reroll wound rolls against it until my next psychic phase. So it's really good. It basically just guarantees the death of a unit.
Yeah. That used to be really powerful in conjunction with Dark Reapers when it's cast by Ivrain. Because they always hit on 3s, so they stay with that.
Yeah, it's really strong. Next up, second HQ in my Warlord is going to be a Warlock Skyrunner. This model is going to have Seer of the Shifting Vector, which lets me reroll a single hit roll, wound roll, psychic test, or deny witch every turn. Sorry, every battle round.
Oh.
But Gavin doesn't have any psychers, so it's basically just reroll psychic powers for me. Because I don't think I'm worrying about rerolling hit and wound rolls against Gavin with a Warlock Skyrunner. The Warlock Skyrunner knows the Quicken and Restrain power, which is basically double move one of my units, or half the movement of Gavin's units. So it's not like Tremor Shells where it has move, advance, and charge. It's just the movement characteristic, but that can still be really good for like the Wolf Guard unit with a 12-inch move, suddenly a 6-inch move.
Yeah.
So I can be quite strong.
Being able to just go through stuff.
And then I swapped the Smite from the Warlock, because it's only a 1 damage Smite. At any given time, because of Warlocks. I've given them Focus Will instead, which is I select one friendly Craft World Psyker model within 6 inches of this model until the end of that phase. When the Psychic Test is taken, I can add 2 to the total. It means I can get Doom and Fortune off far more reliably if I don't need to double move. So once my Shiny Spheres are dead, which will happen very quickly, I can just give buffs to Psychic powers. So those are the 2 HQs. I've got 1 unit of Storm Guardians here with the Eldari blades, which lets me reroll hit rolls. I've got a second unit of them as well. I chose different models just to delineate. And then I've got 1 massive Guardian unit, aka the Guardian Bomb. So this is 20 Guardians, and 2 weapons platforms with Star Cannons. Star Cannons are kind of like, they're almost like a plasma cannon. They're 2 shots each. They're strength 6, -3, and D3 damage.
Yeah.
So basically they're Primaris Munchers.
They'll be very good against my Primaris stuff. They won't be quite so good against my Impulsors, but against the rest of my army they should be.
And then finally in this craft forward we have a Shining Spear unit that's in full unit. It's 9 bikes total. It's got the Exarch in there. The Exarch power is Swooping Dive, so I can +1 charge roll, which is handy. It means when I want them to do something, they can do it. And also they come up with a ton of shooting. They've got 4 shots each at AP-1 because it's only a 12-inch range.
Yeah.
And then they also, if they're within 6 inches, they do 1 shot each. The regular bike extent units do strength 6 minus 4-2 damage. Primaris Muncher. And then the X-Arc has got a Star Lance, which is strength 8 minus 4-2 damage. And when they charge in, yeah, and in combat they're in Primaris Muncher again, because they'll be strength 6 or strength 8 if you're the X-Arc on the turn you charge.
Yep.
But if I get charged back, they die. Hard.
Yeah, as we found out in previous games.
Yes. So, yeah, in the last game I sent forward a unit of these to munch a Librarian Dreadnought, and then they just got munched back. No, it was a Smash Captain as well.
It was a Smash Captain just went and munched through the whole unit.
Yes. In the last attachment, just to wrap this up, I've got another custom craft world, which is different from the previous one. So this is Expert Crafters, or Master Artisans for all you Imperium players out there, and Masterful Shots, which is the ignore cover with shooting attacks.
Yeah.
I've got a Spirit Seer in here, who knows Protecting Jinx, really good for protecting Shining Spears. So what that power does is cast on 7, 18-inch range. I can protect the unit, which is an infantry or biker unit, so not any of the tanks. And I can add one to any saving roll, so it affects invulns as well. Because it's quite good because the Shining Spears have a 4 invuln to shooting. So I can get a 3 invuln to shooting, which might help with the AP-1 that Gavin could be kicking out.
It also gets you to a 2-up save for if I'm rocking my AP Thunder Hammers about. So.
Yeah. And the other half of that is Jinx, which is the same thing, but is -1 to your saving throws. So your 3-up Storm Shields are now 4-up Storm Shields.
Yay!
Yeah. And then Smite, because there was no good power, because all the new changed out Smite powers, I think they're called the Runes of Battle.
Yeah.
They're limited to craft worlds, so I couldn't cast Focus Flow from the Spirit Seer onto my Farseer, because they're technically different craft worlds. But anyway, accompanying the Spirit Seer today in the Spearhead attachment, we have 3 Fire Prisms, who have their underslung Twin Shuriken Catapult. But it's a Fire Prisms that happen. 60-inch range. They've got 3 different profiles, ranging from super anti-tank to pretty good anti-tank to just I need to kill a lot of little things.
Yeah.
And they've got a good stratagem, 1 CP. They can shoot each other, and then that one tank can direct the fire from the other 2 tanks at something else. So it really lets me get around line of sight.
If one tank can see, then basically all 3 tanks can fire that way.
Yeah, and it also lets you reroll hits and wounds.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Then lastly, I've got 3 Night Spinners, which are kind of like wyverns for the Imperium players. These Night Spinners are let me see. So they're 48-inch range. They fire 2d6 shots at strength 7, 0 AP, and 2 damage. However, they have the Shuriken thing on a 6-up to wound, -3. They ignore cover. They can just munch through a Primaris unit a turn.
Yeah.
Which is really good. And then they've also got the underslung Twin Shuriken Catapult.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
And all these tanks fly, so if Gavin touches them, they float away and shoot him anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. So if I'm touching them, I need to kill them.
And the only CP I'm spending is 1 to put that big Guardian squad into Webway Assault. So Deep Strike, which means I start with 13 command points. But yeah, I think we've probably been talking for far too long, Gavin. So we'll come back to you with the end of the deployment phase and our secondaries. Hey everyone, and we're back with the end of the deployment. So just before we go through the deployment, we're going to run you through what secondaries we've chosen. So I chose Engineers, on my 2 Storm Guardian units. They're going to my last resort screen anyway, they're not going to kill anything. So they're going to hide and score me a point every turn from round 2 onwards. I've also went for Headhunter. Gavin's got 6 very aggressive characters. I'm going to make him think twice about sending them in. And Recon, I've got all those Venoms, which are super fast and can maybe get some points. So.
And then I went for Big Game Hunter, which is basically Chris has 6 tanks which are over 10 wounds, so if I kill 4 of them, I've maxed that out, so that's an easy one for me. Reaper is basically getting kills against his infantry and characters, like getting wounds off against them.
Yep.
So I'll just be continually racking up that throughout the game because you've got quite a lot of infantry.
Yep.
And then behind enemy lines is I just need to get into your deployment zone. And with all my deep strikes, that's going to mean that Chris is going to want to try and screen out part of his deployment zone. Otherwise, he'll be kind of giving me free points and charges. So I'm going to want to be at him anyway. So that's just kind of an natural to take.
So I set up my army first, as I'm the attacker. So I knew Gavin would want to try and hide as much as possible. I thought he would deep strike quite a lot. He did. And he also stuck a lot into his 3 impulsors. So I spread out the fire prisms. Because of their linked fire stratagem, they can all fire through each other. I may have to move one of the end ones to do so, but that's fine. Taking a little bit of a penalty is absolutely fine when I'm rerolling hits and wounds from the stratagem anyway.
Yeah.
I put my 3 Night Spinners.
Is it failed hits and wounds or all hits and wounds?
I'll check that when I use it. Because I don't want to tab out to the codex right now.
No worries.
My 3 Night Spinners I put within 48-inch range of pretty much the entire board. The back one can reach into the building, which is Gavin's castle, and I can try and penalise him with that. Then I put my 3 Venoms, who have got the 3 Cabalite warrior units, up on the line. They can zip forward, get some shots off, maybe tickle something, maybe charge something as they're actually decent in combat because they're Dark Eldar with their blade vines, and also score me recon for a couple of turns as well. I put my Farseer, my Warlock Bike, and my Spirit Seer here in buff range of pretty much everything I need them to be. I put Drazar under this building, saying "Come get me," and I put my 2 Storm Guardians, my Engineers, in range of this objective here, as well as my Shining Spears and the 3rd Fire Prism, as well as the Archon. The Archon's just there to guarantee me vector access for the whole game. So the idea is that no matter where Gavin deploys, I should be able to get line of sight on 1 to 2 impulsors and crack them open, limiting his mobility massively. So Gavin, how did you deploy?
So in response to that, I did exactly what Chris was kind of expecting, in that I deep struck a whole bunch of stuff. So I've got a left-hand pile here, which is my deep strike pile. So I've got my Wolf Guard, my 2 Wolf Lords, my Battle Leader, and my Wolf Priest with Jump Pack, all on deep strike. That's basically all to come in and turns and have fun against vehicles if you want to.
Yep.
And then the other pile I've got here is the stuff that's in vehicles.
Yep.
So the Intercessors, Impulsors can take up to 6 Primaris models in them.
Which are not Gravis armor.
Which are not Gravis armor. So I've got 5 Intercessors in each of the vehicles. And on the board, I have the one on the right-hand side, next to my Blood Claws, is the one with... The one in the middle has my Wolf Priest, and the one on the left is just plain old...
Yep.
Basically hit them as well as I could, so that basically if Chris wants to come at them, he's going to have to move to be able to get a good line of sight. Which should help me with the penalty to him.
Yep.
Blood Claw stuck out on the right-hand side in the building. The idea is that they're either going to die massively, or they're going to see if they can get forward and try and take his castle if he doesn't. Ragnar's there to buff them up in his Impulsor if his Impulsor gets cracked open quickly.
Yeah.
And then my incursors are either sitting in the middle, in the rune in the middle of my deployment zone, so they can move out and grab objectives if need be. And I've also got another one in the building in the front here, which can get me early kind of board control if I go for his line or holding. Doesn't send anything there.
Yeah. So, quick question. These guys here, these Blood Claws,
Yep.
have they got any way of making a turn 1 charge against me if they run straight up?
No, because they can't advance and charge.
Right.
So there's no way they're going to get turn 1 charge, but they're extra bodies that you're going to have to deal with to go after that build. So.
Alright, okay, I understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to you with the movement summary for the Eldar on this turn 1. Okay, hey everyone, we're back with the end of the Eldar movement phase. So what has happened is this fire prism has moved across from here. This the night spinner stood still. This fire prism stood still. This fire prism stood still because this fire prism can see the wolf priest's impulsor and is in range of it. So that's the plan with the fire prisms. Linked fire, go and kill the impulsor. We did the math in it. It's a bad chance that it actually dies. So it's just fun. My entire list is now broken. These two Venoms with the Cabalite Warriors moved in rapid fire range into these incursors. The Farseer moved up to doom them, and then I can still fortune back, I believe, to my bikes, give them the full no pain. Inside here, the Warlock on jet bike came over here and is going to be going to be jinxing the incursors to give them a 4-up save rather than a 3-up save. And then this Venom came over here just to do some long range shooting into the Blood Claws. And everything in... this...
You cheating me, Chris.
It's a water bottle, I swear. Everything in here just is no. So, that is the end of movement phase. We'll come back to you with the result of the shooting phase and turn wrap up because I'm not charging anything.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So we'll come back to you with that. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the end of shooting phase, psychic phase, and fighting phase. All the phases. Is the end of all things for the Eldar army. And it was a bit of a whiff. I did 4 damage to this fire prism. Sorry, this impulsor here.
Yeah,
through linked fire. So that was bad. I only got 3 shots out of 3d3 shots. So I was very, very under average, and the last one rolled 3 1s in a row, 1 for a number of shots, 1 to hit, and then re-rolled into a 1 to hit. So yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it was not good.
However, it was good news in other places. These 2 Venoms with their Cabalite Warriors took down some of the incursors, and then 2 Night Spinners finished them off, and the last Night Spinner took out a couple of the incursors over here. I think there's a 3 left in over here, Gavin.
Yeah, there's 3 left in this building.
So I killed 2 incursors. There's no morale to take, but makes it easier to kill them off next turn. I decided not to run forward to get recon this turn. I figured I'd rather have Gavin play his hand first.
Yeah, you don't want to be coming forward too much because otherwise you're just going to get countercharged.
Yeah. And then over here, the most important shooting. This Venom killed a singular Blood Claw. He did 1 wound. Gavin was like, it's fine, I'll pass the 3-up. And he failed the 3-up.
Yeah, I rolled it.
But now what's going to happen is this Gavin's going to move his entire army up the board, and it's going to be very scary for me.
I'm going to move my entire army up the board and maybe get a couple of singular shots off of you.
Yeah.
That's going to be about it.
So at the end of this turn, I kill and I hold. I haven't got the bonus because that's controlling your objective over here, isn't it?
Yeah, so you need to control objective 2, and I need to control objective 3.
Yeah. So, haven't got the bonus yet. Haven't got an engineers. Haven't got a headhunter, and haven't got recon. So, we'll come back to you with Gavin's round 1 movement. So, Gavin, why don't you run us through your movement?
Basically everything ran forward as fast as they could.
Yep.
Impulsors have jumped up to try and get bits of cover and hiding line of sight and grabbing objectives, so I can get hold more this turn.
Yep.
The Blood Claws ran forward to close the distance to the lines, so that's quite good.
I'm just showing people the distances that we have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically the plan is to move out the board, weather the storm.
Yeah, move out the board, ready the storm, and basically survive. Oh, there was one thing we didn't do, which I had meant to do, is I'm disembarking one of my wolf priests.
The Primaris one, yeah.
Yeah, the Primaris one is just
and so
in here.
Impulsors can do that because of their special rule. He can shoot,
yeah,
he can move his full movement, but he can't charge.
Yeah.
Alright, are you happy with him there?
Yep.
Alright, go.
So I'm happy to do that.
And then next turn he can start buffing people up with his litanies. So start a battle round.
So you can pop the advanced charge litany or the...
And currently, Gavin is getting 3 holds, which means he's going to get a hold more.
Yeah. However, because I advanced everything, I've only got 2 singular shots to make this round.
No, hasn't he got 4 shots because it's 2 star ballers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
no, it's just one. Is it 2 star ballers?
Yeah, it's one on each side.
I completely screwed that up in my last game against Dennis.
So where are you shooting at?
He is going to target one of the Venoms.
Yeah,
Actually, no.
He can't shoot the fire prism. Too far away.
Yeah. He's also a vehicle, so vehicles always get double shots because of bolter discipline.
No, vehicles.
No, it's
Dreadnoughts do that, mate.
Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, Dreadnoughts, Centurions, Bikers, and Terminators.
Yeah.
Because Land Raiders with all the Hurricane bolters is too ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm gonna target the one that's nearest the objective.
Okay.
2 Venoms.
So you're hitting on 4s because it's -1 to hit.
Yep. So 2 hits.
Yep.
Winning on 5s.
Nope.
Nothing.
So, sorry for that turn. So,
yeah, so that's my turn done.
Gavin's gonna get a hold and a hold more. I'm gonna get a kill more. And you haven't got any secondaries yet, have you?
Yeah, so that's that.
That's that. So we'll come back to you with the very exciting round 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be
just a lot of posturing, isn't it?
Anyway.
Hey everyone, welcome back. For the Eldar movement summary. So Gavin's supposed to be quite aggressive. So I had to move things back. I need to be 22 inches away, or as far as possible from his impulsors. Otherwise I will be charged. So I'm kind of dancing on the edge of that, apart from over here where I'm accepting a charge will happen, but they're protecting this fire prism. So I moved my Night Spinner back from here to here. I'm going to fire and fade this Night Spinner back to there. And then that should be my Night Spinner is pretty much safe from Gavin's charges. This Venom stood still because I'm in rapid fire of a few models. So they can shoot in. The Shining Spear stood still. The Storm Guardian stood still. I'm going to start getting engineers points. Drazar moved out to just help block off this area from deep strikes. So this area is not covered. There shouldn't be any hole here. If it is, it's because of either a combination of my bad playing or the software we're using. We're just not used to it yet.
Yeah, we're playing quite a gentlemanly game in that if you're declaring something, you're basically doing it because otherwise it's just gonna be
playing by intent. Yeah, so like a couple of my like if a model's hanging off the edge of the board, it's fine as long as you're not placing them 4 inches out the end of the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how you have to do things. So we're going to come back to you with a summary of the psychic and the shooting phase for the Eldar forces. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the end of Eldar turn 2. So I destroyed an impulsor here, and one guy twisted an ankle coming out of it. Gavin had to spend his CP to stop the explosion, killing his wolf priest.
It wouldn't have killed them, but it would have made them softer.
Is it D3? Is it?
Losing wounds at this point. It's D3. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it's not too bad, but it's just better than taking wounds unnecessarily.
The intercessors came out and stood about there. Then I shot them with night spinners. They didn't like that. The venoms tickled away an incursor. And the guardian bomb eradicated the blood claws. Thanks to the powers I got off this turn, I doomed the blood claws. I've fortune and protected the shiny spears, and I used focus will to enhance the psychic power headshot of my Farseer.
Yep.
And that's basically turn. So I have got a kill. I've got a hold. I've got my first engineers because of the Storm Guardians. And I've also got a recon, I believe. Because I've got this guy in that quarter, and this guy should be over here in this quarter, potentially.
Double check.
Yeah, 23.8 inches away.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I've got a recon. I haven't got any headhunter yet.
Nope.
So we're going to come back to you with the movement for Gavin's Space Poppers. Hey everyone, welcome back to the middle of the Space Wolves movement phase. As Gavin's brought down his Wolfie boys from Deep Strike.
Yeah, it's technically it's at the end of my movement phase, but I've got other deep strikes I'm probably planning on doing.
Yeah, so I'm going to use a stratagem called Forewarned. A Farseer and any Asurani unit can shoot at the thing. So the Farseer kind of says to a pilot of a Night Spinner, for instance, hey, look out, we've got some guys coming down from the sky, and he dackers them on the way in. That's what we're going to do in camera now. So I'm going to pay 2 CP. Down to 7. And I'm going to do, let's say this Night Spinner here because it doesn't really matter. So 2d6 shots from the main turret. If I got double 1, I swear to God. Not bad, 6.
Yeah, kind of average.
Could have been much better.
Could have been much better, but could have been a lot worse. That was bad though.
Yeah, but expert crafters. Oh my God. So that is one wound I has stake.
Storm shield saved.
And then the shuriken underslung. 4s. Can reroll one of these. There you are, 2 storm shields.
Saved.
So that was worthwhile. Hey everyone, welcome back with the end of Gavin's movement. After that, fluff of an interruption. The big floof for the space hoppers. Gavin, what have you moved? What's happened? Run us through everything.
So basically, on the left-hand side, the side of the board that's not got as much on it, I disembarked the intercessors from the incursor. Their plan is to try and deal with these 2 venoms that are sitting on this objective over here.
Yep.
I also moved the incursors over to try and basically help take out the Jakari guys that are sitting on top of the forest. And them along with the incursor should do some damage here. I think I've maybe mismeasured slightly.
Yeah, I was just showing the measurements.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just.
You move that one guy over there. Yeah, everything else is fine.
Yeah.
As we were saying, measurements in the platform is pretty hard.
Yeah, we know it's gonna be 9-inch charges, and they should all be within range of my chaplain to get +2 them, so it should be 7-inch charges.
And this guy will be on the impulsor's on a 6-inch charge because you want to charge these shining spears, don't you?
Yeah. So the impulsor moved over. I didn't disembark anybody from there. So basically, he's going to go and try and charge the shining spears.
Yep.
And have fun times over there. So.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of my plan.
And what do you still have in reserve?
So in reserve, I only have my Wolfguard Battle Leader and my Wolf Lord, but I still have Ragnar and his squad of intercessors that are inside Pulsar.
Yep, cool.
So I've not got much left to bring in, but hopefully what I've got should cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, these Wolfguard are going to be pretty tasty.
Yeah, it's 3 attacks each.
Hitting on 3s,
with
rerolling
thunder
1s.
hammers. Yeah, they're nasty.
Yeah. So, do you have any shooting to do?
Yes, I do have some shooting because I've got my impulsors and intercessors and incursors on the side of.
Do you want to just do that on camera and then we'll go straight into charge phase?
Yeah, can do. The incursors aren't in rapid fire range, so they've only got 2 shots.
Who are they hitting?
They are going to be shooting at the Cowboy War.
Yeah, these guys over here, not the tank.
Yeah. So
And they miss.
3s, and they fluff. Way!
And then the Impulsor, is he also going to shoot the warriors?
Yeah, he's got 2 Stormbolters, rapid fire range, so 8 shots.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s.
Wow.
Nice.
Please roll like this later on.
Wounding on 3s.
I'll just
So 1
roll
wound,
this, mate.
EP -1.
If minus 1, you don't ignore cover, do you? I've got one guy, I've got the Sybarite out cover. So 4 up.
Okay, cool.
Nope, 6 up, feeling no pain. No, so the Sybarite is dead.
And then I have bolt rifles in the intercessor squad.
Yep.
So they are basically going to go in against the
warriors as well,
squad
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So bolt rifles are rapid fire 1, so that is 10 shots. The leader also gets to keep his.
Nope.
Yeah. And grab dice. So 10 shots, hitting on 3s.
Hey, that's better.
Yeah.
Averages.
Wounding on 3s.
It's a -2, so I'll be on a 5 up save now.
Yeah.
Because of cover. And 6 up, feeling no pain. Nope, so that is the squad.
Yeah.
You actually get to kill something.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
I've actually killed some stuff.
Alright, so any other shooting? Any other meaningful shooting, I should say.
Meaningful shooting? Not particularly. My impulsor over here could fire 4 shots against your guardian defenders.
Do you want to do that? Might as well. Take 2 seconds.
I might as well because it's extra damage. So 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
Hang on, you've got a
1 AP1.
reroll that 1, mate. You've got a captain.
Yeah,
There you go. Doesn't matter.
it still fails.
so it's 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
-1. That's one dead. So long, sucker. Right. So charge phase.
Now we're into charge phase.
This
So
is
I'm
why
gonna
we
start
keep
off with
keep the filming on.
yeah. So I'm gonna start off with the impulsor.
Mhm.
Is going to charge the Night Spinner and the Shining Spears.
Okay, so I would say that 2 shining spears can see him. At the end here.
Yep.
So, but do they have range? No, they don't. Doesn't matter. So it's just the
Night Spinner.
Night Spinner. 10 shots.
Where was that when you were shooting at me earlier?
Tell me about it. That's 6, 10.
Sixes.
Expert crafters. I love rerolling those 1s into 1s.
Yeah. I know
4s.
that feeling all too well as well.
Crafters. So that's 1 invul and 1 regular.
1 invuln.
Fails, 2 damage.
1 regular.
That's his.
Saved. So he's
And
got
then
7
I've
left.
got 4 Undersun Shuriken. Nope.
Right, okay.
Charge
And
distance.
then my charge roll.
6
Yeah,
inches,
6.
which is what you needed.
Which is what I needed. So I'm just gonna pivot just so.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
I'm gonna be like that. So I'm tagging the shiny spears and the night spinner.
Yep. What's happening next?
Next, I am going to have the Wolf Lord
Mhm.
is going to charge in at the night spinner that's behind the Farseer,
Yep.
and the night spinner that is locked the impulsor now.
Okay, so I'll roll the night spinners. Overwatch. 5 shots. You might survive actually. Not gonna roll like that. So that's 2 hits. Expert crafters. 2 wounds on the storm shield, please. You're
Save
fine.
them both.
And then Untitled Shuriken. Nothing.
Okay. And then my charge, I need a 7 from this.
Mhm.
I got exactly a 7.
Yep.
Whoop. +2.
Yep. So you're tagging this tank
So I'm
now.
tagging that one, and then when I pile in, I can merge to the other.
Yep. And then where's your wolf guard going to?
The Wolf Guard are going to charge all 3 of the Night Spinners.
Alright, so I've got one lot of Overwatch to do. Come on, let me kill Woody's one model.
You've only got the one. You've only got the one left to Overwatch because the other 2 are tagged.
Yeah, but I just rolled 11 shots with it.
Yeah, I know.
That's 6.
6.
5. Expert crafters. Nope, just 1. That's 1 wound.
Invuln. I'm missing the dice cup again.
You pass it.
Saved.
Untitled Shuriken. Nope.
And they also need a 7.
Don't you do this, Gavin. Don't do this to me. Haha! Should have brought out Ragnar to get the reroll.
I will be CP rerolling the 1.
You need a 50 chance. I'm going to... I want to Vect this. It means I'm going to have at least 2 Night Spinners left. Because I don't think one Wolf Lord kills a Night Spinner. I'm going to Vect that.
4 CP to vet that.
Yep. Does it happen though? It happens. So no CP reroll. Otherwise, what would have happened?
I made it. I rolled a 6.
Yeah. So good job. I vected that. So they're stuck there, out in the open. Hopefully, I can tickle them with Shuriken later on. But
so.
we're going to come back with the result of this fight phase. Oh wait, hang on. Are you going to charge in these guys?
Oh yeah, the Intercessors are going to charge both venoms.
Cool. So that is 25 shots. On 4s. 2 wins.
AP 0, so
Yep.
3 up saves.
1 wound.
I take a wound.
Aha! Moral victory. And your charge distance is, sir.
And my charge distance is
Totally in.
11.
Hey everyone, we're back with the Space Wolves fight phase conclusion. It was a bit of a
really
fluff.
conclusion.
It was a fluff, unfortunately. Gavin, why don't you run us through what happened?
Do I have to?
Do you want me to do it?
I basically fought with the Wolf Lord. Every single attack hit. He got 6 attacks with his Thunder Hammer.
Yep.
Every single attack hit. Then rolled to wound. got 4 2s.
Yep.
So only 2 wounds. Chris then rolled 2 6s and saved both of them.
Yeah.
Fought me back. The Farseer did 2 wounds back to my guy.
So the Farseer, just quickly, he heroically intervened into the Wolf Lord. He wasn't declared as a target of a charge.
I missed them. Yep.
Because unfortunately we just missed, and which basically meant the Wolf Lord couldn't pile through to tag more things and get more attack options.
Yep.
Then so the Intercessors did 3 wounds each to the Venoms. Fortunately, the Sergeant whiffed his stacks.
Sergeant did okay, but he just didn't. He didn't roll quite. He rolled 5 attacks, 3 hits, then only got 1 wound. So he did 3 wounds to 1 Venom, and the other 4 guys did 3 wounds to the other Venom.
And the Impulsor just kind of didn't do anything. Just
did nothing, but he was there to tag. So.
But took 2 wounds for his troubles.
Yeah.
And then
I fought again with the Wolf Lord, thinking that maybe on the second round that he'd be able to do a bit better because
the averages would come into play.
Work out in my favor.
Yep.
And basically rolled 6 attacks, got 5 hits, but rerolled the 1 to hit with all 6.
Yep.
And then again rolled 2 wounds and then 2 1s and 2 2s, and only got 2 wounds off. And Chris saved 1 of them. So in total, between 12 attacks, of which every single one hit, with Chris having a 6-up save, I did 1 wound to go.
And took 3 damage on the Night Splitter, which is rough. It's really rough, and he's just probably going to die now because he's just in range of all my shooting and closest. But you have given me work to do though.
Yeah, but the thing is, I need that turn to take out at least 1, if not 2 of your tanks.
Yeah.
And basically all my stuff that's on the field is now in vulnerable positions because I've obviously failed the charge and you vected the reroll.
Yeah.
I've only got 2 models really left to come in, and it's just looking dire because I don't.
So at the end of that round, you did kill something because you killed something in shooting. You do hold something.
Yep.
You do hold something, right?
Neither of us got kill more.
Yeah. Now, no,
I do get.
I killed 2, didn't
I? No.
Yeah, I killed the Impulsor and the squad.
Oh yeah, you got the Impulsor and the Intercessors inside.
Yeah. So I got kill more. You currently hold this one because you got troops on it. I don't.
Yeah, and I hold number 2, so I get hold more.
Yeah, you get hold more. I get kill more. And no one gets bonus. Do you get any?
Get behind enemy lines for.
Yep. Anything else, mate?
I've killed 5 wounds on. What do the Venoms count as bikers?
Venoms count as vehicles, I believe, but we can check that.
Can check that, but I've killed 5 wounds in models. So.
We'll
6 wounds in models because I got Guardian.
We will check that during the movement phase.
Yeah.
For the Eldar. Hey everyone, welcome back with the end of the movement phase for Eldar. The Shining Spears jumped out of combat over here. I've got a stratagem which lets me fall back, shoot and charge. Unfortunately, Gavin was unaware of that. I asked him if he wanted to change what he wanted to do, and he said no, carry on with the game.
It's a competitive channel.
Yeah.
Just murder me and show the viewers what happens when dice don't go your way.
Yeah. So they jumped out to use their lances on the Impulsor and to shuriken whatever's over here. This Venom moved at rapid fire with a couple of options to shuriken. The Guardians advanced forward to cap objective 5. This Venom fell back over here to push out the deep strike bubble, deny bubble, and to shoot the Intercessors over here. Drazar actually stayed still. He's in a good place for blocking out movement, so if anything comes close, maybe he'll get to attack this game. The Farseer jumped out of combat. The Warlock jumped forward. It was the last resort to take out the Wolf Lord. All my vehicles over here moved, shuffled around to get out of combat. And this Fire Prison moved up to get line of sight on these Intercessors and these Incursors. Also, my Guardians suffered about to deep strike block out this quarter of the board of the Archon stood still, because he doesn't have to do anything in this game apart from Vect, which is already done. So we're going to come back to you with the result of the psychic and shooting phase for Eldar. Hey everyone, welcome back. Gavin was just doing a disembark move. I managed to kill the Impulsor with two night spinners left to shoot.
Took a lot to do it though. So
took a lot to do it.
Didn't have much left. So.
But as you can see from the video, the servers for Tabletop Simulator just crashed. We cannot access the game anymore. The board is lost. It would be next to impossible to recreate what's happened so far.
Yeah.
So, and also we have other things to do in the day as well. It'll take a good hour or two to get to semblance. But so what Gavin and I have agreed to do is to talk through the rest of the game, so that there's an agreed upon conclusion and result.
So I think no matter what happens, you end up winning it.
Yes. Too many fluff rolls.
Unless I rolled spectacularly well with my dice from here.
Yeah.
Terribly.
So
basically, I need to survive with my Smash Captain and have both my characters come in, make both their charges, and probably have Ragnar alive to have any.
So Gavin kind of cut out there on my end, so just to recap what he was saying, he needs to basically get very lucky, as I suppose, and protect his characters and play Hero Hammer to get through this. What would happen on the rest of my turn is the two night spinners would kill off the troops left on objective 4 while shooting their shuriken into the captain, if they can. Sorry, the Wolf Lord. Then the Shining Spears would charge in with the stratagem to whatever Gavin has left. I don't think you can scream me out entirely of an inch from Ragnar.
No. I can maybe get some intercessors in the way to try and protect Ragnar, but odds are I'm not.
You would make it difficult for me.
It then becomes down to whether or not I can roll decent saves or not.
And he's only a 4 per vulnerable as well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of attacks with decent quality coming through, auto damage. I need to get 3 through to kill him. So it's likely Ragnar and the intercessors would die in the fight phase. Maybe not intercessors.
I have 4 CP left over, so probably when Ragnar died, I would fight with him as he died.
Oh yeah, you would.
As many of them as possible, because it was turn 3, so he's AP 5, and basically he would have like 10 attacks. So there's a chance I can maybe get your Shining Spears.
Oh yeah, I'm trading my Shining Spears for this. But what would happen is, let's see, so I would get a kill or hold, likely kill more, hold more this turn.
Yeah, probably.
You get kill hold, so that's 12 to 8 to you, to me at the end of that turn. I'd also get 2 headhunter.
Yeah.
So that's 14. And I'd also get a recon as well. Actually, I don't think I get recon. I don't have anything in your top quarter. No, I don't. That Venom's not far high enough.
Okay.
But I'm going to max secondaries.
Yeah, you'll max secondaries eventually. So. And
I'm likely to get max primary from here on out. The bonus I don't think I would get for a while. I'd have to kill that Impulsor.
Yeah.
But I'll just basically send the Venom up to hold that objective.
Yeah.
So we don't have a final result for you, but it's going to be a heavy win to the Eldar. What would you do at this stage? How would you try and maximize your points?
So the way I try and maximize my points, it would be very much dependent on what happened from there on out, shooting, fighting. Because if my intercessors, if I've got any of them left alive, I'd be sending them to try and deal with tanks that are left alive, because the veteran intercessor sergeant could do a lot of damage to your tanks still.
Yeah.
Being AP4, you're going to get no saves against any wounds I get, so it means that anything I get through is just damage to you. Good.
Yeah.
Ragnar, I would say, would probably be a trade-off in that when Ragnar dies, he'd probably lose most of the Shining Spears.
Yeah, and I'm trading
I'd probably
300
say
points for
Ragnar's-
120.
Yeah. So Ragnar's probably dead, but I mean he does his job. And then I'm just relying on my 2 Smash Captains that are in with my Wolf Priests. And while they can do a fair amount, they're not going to be able to do enough. I can maybe take out 2 or 3 tanks, which would be my main goal.
Yeah.
Just through Thunder Hammers and damage and things, I could probably manage that. But I don't have enough attacks or shots to be able to deal with your big blobs of Guardians. And basically, I'd be looking at trying to get my Incursors onto objectives just to try and keep a little bit in it with the holding objectives game. But I'm going to be hemorrhaging points from here on in, and I just can't quite make it up.
Yeah, this is
that turn 2, sorry. If that had gone differently for me, it could have been.
Yeah, failing that charge was brutal.
Failing the charge, first of all, because those guys in and of themselves next to that Wolf Lord are getting, I want to say it's like 3 attacks on the charge plus 1 from being. So it's 3 attacks on the charge plus 1 for the lead, plus 1 from the Wolfenstone, so they're getting 4 attacks each. So each one could theoretically take out a tank on his own, and I had 10 of them.
Yep.
So I could easily have taken out all 3 of the Night Spinners that I declared in my charge. And then I'm looking at, you've not got enough shooting to be able to deal with me, and okay, your Shining Spears can do stuff, but Ragnar, like we said, could deal with the Shining Spears if they Ragnar in combat, and therefore I'm way ahead in the ascendancy.
Yeah.
In that game. So literally failing that charge, and the Smash Cap, the Wolf Lord, if he got in and even rolled reasonably, like, rolled average, I could have taken out maybe 1 definitely, maybe 2 of those tanks. And I'm looking at a very, very different game, because you're lacking your number of shots from there on. Okay, the Shining Spears, you would have that stratagem to fall back and shoot. So, if my Wolfguard had made it in and cleared out the tanks, the Wolfguard are still dead.
Yeah.
But you've then got less shots and ability to be able to deal with the rest of my stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%. It would have been a tight game.
A lot better.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll kind of leave it there. My only thing I would say is I didn't really use Drazar effectively. He's kind of sat out screening. But yeah, I think anything from this age on that drops down, he's going to go character hunting. He's going to be advancing a lot, moving quickly.
Yeah.
After I got a CP left, I could even fire and fade him to get into a good position. Because you don't have to shoot to fire and fade, which is quite nice, and it's 1 CP.
Yeah.
I
I don't think I played terribly in that game, but I think it's just one of those things that I just wasn't able to do enough once that couple of things that happened went down, and obviously it's just then playing catch up.
Yeah.
You played reasonably well as well in your positioning off your units, and you weren't too aggressive with your Shining Spears, otherwise it would have gone for them straight away.
Oh yeah,
so you played pretty well as well.
I could have munched your scouts, whatever they're called, dog claws, with them turn 1. But that's it. After that's him done.
Yeah.
Shining Spears, if you look at them the wrong way, they fall over.
Yeah, exactly.
They survive by not being hit.
Especially when it's getting to me in like turn 3 and all my stuff's AP4, AP5.
Yeah.
It just gets ridiculous. So.
Well, I'm sorry we couldn't really show off the power of the space poppers.
Yeah, sorry lads.
Yeah, but we'll have you back on the channel. I am either on here, maybe not on a Sunday whilst everyone's on this in the world.
Yeah. We'll maybe play on like a Tuesday or something like that.
Tuesday mid-morning something. But yeah, we'll figure out a schedule for filming on this. Let us know how we got on in the feedback. If you have any suggestions in the comments below, let us know whether it's technical stuff, how we filmed things. You want us to go into less detail, more detail. This is probably over an hour.
Yeah.
But no, it's kind of social isolation. First time we've had to be able to chat.
Yeah, this is only my second game actually using the system as well. So
Yeah,
it's still
this is my first game.
So,
But yeah,
but no, it's decent enough once you kind of get it going.
yeah. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments. Share this with your friends. Sorry we couldn't get the ending of the game filmed, but as you can see, technology hates us.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully we'll get it for use in future though.
And sorry if there's any echo on this end. Gavin has to use his phone for Discord, so yeah. It kind of echoes back. But it's fine, it's fine. He's a good player, happy to get him on the channel. And if I can live with the echo, you can. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you next time.